What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my podcast. So this is going to be another my thoughts on Power Rangers Megaforce as well as Super Megaforce. Now, Megaforce itself is a letdown because of the writing and the pacing of the show was just off. Everything about this show was completely off. The acting, the character development, and the writing was just through the roof. It was all over the place. Now, if you're looking for a good Power Rangers quality TV show, you're not going to get all of that in Megaforce that came out in 2013. So, back in 2012, during Power Morphicon, during that same year, the hype of Megaforce was so high to the point where they even teased a legendary battle that was supposed to represent the first 21 years of Power Rangers, and yet somehow Megaforce failed all of that completely. And not only that, but the characters themselves just didn't feel believable, especially Troy, Gia, and everybody else. The only Ranger I liked was Noah. Noah was the only Blue Ranger that I considered to be good. And the sad part is that he only had 2 focus episodes, and that was it. One from Megaforce and one from Super Megaforce. And why on earth did they call it the Blue Saber Saga? You should have called it the Blue Saber Battle. That is my number one gripe I had from both seasons. Literally every time I look back at Lee Carr's videos, I just hate this show so much, and I still do. Even when I get older, it's still bad. Like, even kids will grow up and realize how stupid they were to realize how terrible this show is. It's supposed to be representing the 20 years of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin to Megaforce. What we got was the complete opposite. Even Ciara Hanna was the one that pretty much agreed with the fans were talking about of how bad the show is. And I personally blame Jonathan Tazasher, a huge Sentai fanboy. Didn't really want to focus on being original instead of just copy and paste. But Saban, he's at fault as well, because the show didn't turn out this bad if it wasn't for Saban in it. And before you know it, Chip Lynn was originally going to write Megaforce. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Judd Chip Lynn, the writer of Power Rangers in Space, Lost Galaxy, Let's Be Rescued, and Time Force. He was the one that was originally going to write Megaforce and Super Megaforce. But nah, Jonathan Tazasher just said, no, my ideas are better than yours. So that is what we got from Megaforce and Super Megaforce. An original good plan from both seasons, and yet it turned out to be bad. So Megaforce and Super Megaforce are an abomination of the Neo Saban era of Power Rangers shows as a whole. And to me, Megaforce is a lot worse than I remember. And Gia, she's trending on Twitter, and she did not get no development at all. Her and Emma's focus episode, that don't mean nothing. All we wanted was one Gia focus episode. What does she like? What does she like to do? And based on what we've seen on TV, we've seen nothing. So Gia had no character development at all from both seasons. And that should tell you something of how bad the writers did her. And you know what? At the end of the day, I feel like Sierra Hanley deserved so much better. She deserved so much better. Both Megaforce and Super Megaforce was a letdown, and I still hate this season to this day. What y'all think of both Megaforce and Super Megaforce seasons? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'm gonna see you in my other video.